all the way from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Mr. Danny Wolfinger is going to and bring us all the excitement that's been happening today. And he has some update to share with us that is absolutely outstanding. So all the way from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Danny Wolfinger. It's yours, brother.
Reverend Struthers, again, thank you, sir. Thank you very much for taking the introductions and hosting. And then, listen, you can do a better job at this than I do, and you do such a kind job of introducing me. I thank you very much. I really do. So thank you, everybody, for being on the call. We weren't going to do an opportunity call, and I got some texts and calls, and a most recent one from Reverend Struthers. He said, Danny, I got people piling on that call, brother. I said, we got to do an opportunity call. I said, well, yes, sir, we're going to do just that. So we're glad you're here. We're going to go through this quite quickly. This is going to give you a brief overview of what we're about and why this is so exciting. And so if you're on the speaker side, it's a little rattle, a little background noise. If you would mute your phone, that would be very nice. Several of you have the speaker code. Don't know who that is, but thank you very much. So listen, guys and gals, we're glad you're here. Very exciting day for a lot of us. It's going to continue to be exciting days in the future, especially you new. If you're here looking at this for the first time and you're a guest, this call tonight is just to give you an overview. You have some questions, no question about that, no question about the questions you'll have. But we're going to give you an overview, a real quick idea of what we're doing and why this is important to us and why somebody wanted you to hear what they already know. So with that said, we're going to move forward here, and we're going to show you what this thing is all about, what's got so many people excited. And that is a company that's called Divvee.Social. This was introduced to me through a friend. We were talking about something totally different, and she asked me, my friend Mia, if I'd ever heard of this company, Divvee.Social. I said, I have not heard of them. And she asked me in a roundabout way, she said, well, Dan, would you like to hear about them? And I said, no, I really wouldn't. And because, how many times are we going to hear this stuff, you guys, right? How many times are we going to be presented with opportunities, things that we hear all the time? And sometimes you just get a little cynical, maybe. You get a little tired of just listening to things. But I was reminded at that moment, a very, very wealthy friend, and I internalized it, and I've never forgotten, and that is, he said, Danny, always look before you say no. You don't know what you're saying no to. Even though you may be right, your hunch might be right, but you don't know what you're saying no to. And I'm telling you, everybody, if I hadn't have recalled that thought from 20 years prior, I probably wouldn't be here today, and I feel I'd have missed out on the single biggest financial windfall and opportunity of my life, this company called Divvee.Social. When Mia said, well, Dan, I will send over a video to you. I said, well, how long is the video? That's going to depend on whether I watch it or not. She said, it's less than 3 minutes. I said, oh, I'll watch that one. 30 minutes, I don't know if I'll get through it. I might get my attention in the beginning. You just get wore out, everybody, right? You get wore out. You get tired of what's next. What pitch am I going to hear? Same stuff wrapped in a different, a bunch of paper with a different colored bow on it. Really, and I'm not saying it's bad. You just get tired of it after a while. You put your heart into it, your hope gets rekindled, your dream machine gets turned on, and then they get dashed. Because it's really no different than the one you did before, but people want to make it out as though it was. And so that's what kind of my thinking, and you may not be thinking or ever thought like that or thinking like, but that's where I was. That's what I was thinking, you guys. And so when I watched the video, I paused for a minute, and I said, my friend Mia, I said, Mia, you got to be kidding me. Is this really, really real? I mean, did a company really think of this? Did they really put this together? She said, well, Dan, yes, they have. And the CFO of this company is a friend of mine, him and his wife. I said, you're kidding. I'd like to talk to him. This is a different kind of a guy. This is not a network marketing guy. This is a business consultant, software, money, flow, books, accounting kind of guy. And so and I said, I'd love to talk to him. A few days later, I'm on the phone with him, and I asked him a couple of questions, and he laid this thing out so masterfully. It was absolutely brilliant. I was blown out by what I was hearing, and he wasn't trying to sell me anything. I don't think he could. It was just not how the guy's wired, but he was just smart, and he just knew what he was talking about, and he wanted to be part of this company. He was hired to help figure out some software challenges that they were having, and to connect the dots and do a lot of things that he's good at doing. He's a business consultant for some big, big companies like Oracle, Microsoft, and many others. Those are the two that I know. There's several others. He's a very smart guy. and he decided that he wanted to stay, and only that he wanted to be part of it. So that was quite impressive to me. So that was my introduction to Divvee.Social, and this is going to be yours tonight. We had a few guys a week ago tomorrow. They were at the office, and they were talking with the owners and some of the executives of the company. And one of these guys here, I won't mention, I guess, right now, but he is actually looks like he may win, but he's leading in the polls to be the next governor of one of the states in the United States. He was that impressed with the model. He was that impressed and informed about what's going on in this world that Divvee.Social has tapped into, right? And so on January 10th, 2017, everything changed. And that's because Divvee.Social introduced a model that you've never seen before. You've never been exposed to this, and it's unlike anything that you've seen. And that's a breath of fresh air because as you go forward, you're going to see how this is utterly, completely different than anything you've been exposed to because there's never been anything like it. There's no road that's already been paved that we're going to jump on and say, oh, we've got skincare, we've got nutritionals, and here's why our story is better than yours. And I love nutritionals. And I love skincare. I got a dear friend of mine that the CEO of a company that did $1.7 billion last year. If I mention the name, well, you know, it's a Jeunesse. A great company. They've done very, very well. They got great products. But the point is, you guys, this is not that. This is not what you're thinking. Well, tell us, Dan, and we'll find out for ourselves. Well, I'm about to. So anyway, I'm going to set the stage for you. But January 10th of this year, this company launched this model, and guys, it changed everything. It changed everything to the tune of that they had to power down the system. They got blindsided by the growth. You know, from 18,000 to 210,000 in about 60 days. They had to power down the system. They had to rebuild some things and power it back up. And they've been doing that gradually for the last several days here, maybe a week or so. And today they opened up the ability for us to share this model with other people. That was down too. And guys, I don't know if this is true or not. I was told it was. But I was told that we were single-handedly responsible for shutting down the Amazon Web Service. I don't know if this is validated or not. The article seems to appear that it was. It was in USA Today. I don't know. But we were told that it is. So if this is true, you can validate this for yourself. But I put it up here to show you this. It wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. Because I believe that in the next 48, 72 hours, there'll be over 1 million people that have converged on this app to download it. 1.8 million people have already downloaded it, yet there's only 210,000 influencers in this company. That's 1.6 million people that want to get in that can't. Well, guess what? They're about to, and they're doing it as we speak, and they're going to enroll with somebody. The question is they want to enroll with you. That's what you need to ask yourself. So this gives you a little idea of kind of who we are and where all this is going. We tell people all the time, guys, the bigger risk in this is not trying. 2 ways to get started. One is free. The other is pay $50 to be a paid influencer. What's the difference? Well, like you've heard it said, membership has its privileges. And this is a membership in a sense. You can become an affiliate influencer for $50 once a year. That's it. No more money out of your pocket. There is no auto ship. Let that sink in. There's no monthly auto ship. So if it takes you a little while to get your feet wet here and get going, you're not losing any money. You're not spending money monthly on an auto ship or for anything else that encompasses this business. You already have a cell phone or a tablet and internet access. That's all you need, right? And then one other element you need to get sold. Reverend Struthers is right. You got to take action. If you see something here, get busy. If you don't, it's okay. Really, it really is. But the world's coming. And the question is, are they going to join with you or are they going to join with us or someone else? And not afraid to say that. So the bigger risk is not trying. Spend $50 and this thing doesn't work for you, you've lost really nothing. But if you spend $50 and it does work, you've gained a whole lot more. So you can enroll for free, work your way to the $50, which isn't hard. Or you can spend $50 and be a paid influencer right away. You can build a network and you can earn money every time people point and click. And that's what this model is. You're going to see this in a minute. There's 3 dynamics that are working in our favor. Number 1, the price to enter is $50 once, ever. You say, well, it's annual. And it is, but the cash money doesn't come out of your pocket again. We'll tell you how that works. Number 2, you literally point and click and make money. If you can move the mouse on your computer or touch your touch screen phone or iPad or tablet or Android or whatever it might be, right, and you can click, then you can make money here. That's the simplicity in the model. I was talking to a friend of mine not too long ago, and he said, well, Danny, that sounds almost too good to be true. I said, don't get too good to be true mixed up with simplicity. It's just simple. But the model works, and it's been working, and it's going to work in a greater way than any of us ever seen, and I'm glad I'm here early. I think you're going to be glad you are too. Okay, so the third thing is you don't have to recruit anybody to make money. How's that being a breath of fresh air to you? You make money, but you know what? You'll make more if you share it with others. And you know what? Think about this as we go forward. Do you know anybody that needs to make money? Do you know anybody at all that's hurting financially? They can point their mouse and they can click on their tablet or their screen or whatever it might be. Guess what? They can make money. And oh, by the way, plug them into these calls and we'll do the selling for you. We'll do the overview for you. We'll share with people what we're doing. We do training calls, and there's a lot going on here. We will get your people plugged in. Folks, I'm going to tell you something. There's a powerful element that comes into your home every single day. It's called electricity. It powers the blender. It powers the televisions that you have in your home, your stove, your microwave, your chargers, your computers, and all that kind of stuff. But if you don't plug into it, you ain't getting no benefit from it. I know that's not great English, and I did go to college. But you understand my point. You got to plug in. It's coming. It's there. Just depends on if you want to use the power that's coming into your life right now. That's a company called Divvee.Social. We're very, very, very excited about that. Some things that have changed, you guys, in the landscape of what the day we live in, and that's technology. Right? Google, Facebook, Yahoo, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, all these companies have done a major, major, major shift in how we buy things, how we communicate, what we see, what we don't see, the news that we get, and so on. And not only that, but it also has changed how we can recruit somebody into a business. That's network marketing. We share it with others, call it recruiting, call it enrolling, call it pitching people, whatever you want, but we do it. This is what we do. We share something that we're excited about with other people. Right? Well, technology has changed that. And for a lot of people, it's hurt them. They don't know how to adapt to it. I'm one of them. I kind of struggled the last 4 or 5 years, and we've had some great success in this industry. I mean, incredible success. We've had 3 different groups to over 150,000, 2 of them to over 200,000 people, and never enrolled more than 30 people to get that many people in those groups. So it exponentially grew. We made incredible income here. Well, the last 3, 4, 5 years has been a challenge. What's going on? I've tried to figure it out. Where's everybody gone? Why can't I do it again? Have you ever asked yourself that question? Or maybe you're on this call tonight and you've never made it to begin with. You've never been able to hit the home run. You've never been able to make 500,000, 200, or 2,000, 20,000, whatever it might be, whatever number floats your boat here. You've never been able to have success. Well, I think that's going to change because the simplicity combined with timing in the marketplace and a couple other things, guys, the technology that's in front of us, Divvee has created a massive entrance into a company that has changed the advertising that's tapped in to the also changing advertising landscape where you now benefit. So if you're trying to figure out what's going on, you're looking at it. You're looking at technology that has changed how you build. There's not 100 companies to pick from. There's several thousand. And so people are spread out. Your list isn't that big anymore. I called somebody not too long ago about this, and, it was a while back, and I don't know. And I used the same analogy. They said, Danny, this is the 20th time you've called me about something. I said, no, it's not. It's the 21st time. But we won't count, right? Hey, listen, well, Danny, how long are you going to do this? Until I win, right? And that's the reason. I do not care what people think about me. Anybody can think whatever they want about me for trying. That's good. I'm good with that. There's a lot of great, talented athletes and celebrities and business people that failed more than they succeeded. When you look at Shark Tank, 88 out of 100 business investments go south. 88 out of 100. These guys are brilliant. They're smart. They're business people. They're all multi-millionaires. They're wealthy people, and they fail 88 out of 100 times. You got to be kidding me. That doesn't sound too smart to me, Dan. No. Guys, it's people that get up and keep trying are the ones that win, and that may be you right now. And if you are, we're glad you're here. So how does this change in your favor? Well, the advertising landscape is shifting billions of dollars into an advertising arena. It's a new trend, and it's growing, and it's going to continue to grow. It's not going to stop anytime in the foreseeable future. What is that? Well, advertising is changing. So Divvee.Social developed a company where a social membership of network of people, they hire you for your opinion. They hire you to rank, review, to watch videos, to look at apps, to look at products and services, many other items, and they're going to pay you for it. That's really what the business is. Because if companies out there can know what we like and what we don't, now they know collectively the bigger we get, we're like Facebook and Google, the bigger we get, the more influence we have, right? And we're called influencers here. And guess what happens? The more companies want to use us, the more revenue comes into our company, the more money potential all of us have. Just like Facebook. You think Facebook would be Facebook if 200 people were on Facebook? They wouldn't be Facebook if there was 2 million. They probably wouldn't be Facebook if there was 20 million. But 2 billion people, that's why everybody's there. They love the software. They use it, and advertisers know it. I'm getting ahead of my slides here, so when I get to the next slides, I won't stop on them. I'll keep going. However, you're going to see something here that's going to change everything for you, and that's what Divvy's put together. They want to know what it is you like. When they can find out what you like, guess what? They're going to be able to make it, and they're going to be able to sell it to you, right? There's a guy today I was talking to, and he had a watch on, and I was looking at his watch. He said, our company is going to let that watch manufacturer know there's a black background, a silver background, a red background, a white background. Which one do the masses like more? Let's see, we like the black background. Great, okay, good. Then you know what? We're probably going to make 3 times as many black backgrounds as we will the silver, the white, gold, yellow, whatever the other ones are, because the majority of people that we pay to get their opinion on our product have told us so. That saves them money. That garners for them a specific demographic of people that they want to sell their watches to, that they know buy their product. That information is invaluable to these companies, and they pay us for it. And that's what we do. We point, we click, and we earn. Amazing. So what's happened in the advertising space? Well, if you notice the Super Bowl, if you recorded it, maybe you didn't, but it might trigger something if I mention this to you. You'll notice several companies, a lot of companies that weren't there. I didn't see and I could be wrong, I didn't see a Doritos, Tostitos, right? I didn't see the advertisement for them. They may have been there. Mountain Dew, right? Dr. Pepper, Pepsi. I think Coca-Cola only had a couple advertisements during the Super Bowl. What's happening? There's a shift, folks. That's the biggest trend. It'll wake you up to what's going on in the space we're in. The money that is shifting from radio, television, newspaper, billboards, magazines, print, and so on. I'm not saying it's going away. It's not. But the point is there's billions and billions of dollars that are shifting to this thing called www. The World Wide Web, the Internet, and primarily mobile devices. They want to be where you're looking. And where are we looking? We're looking at our phones. There's millions let me back up. Billions with a B, and yes, there's an S at the end, of advertising revenue that is pouring into this arena. Everyone's looking on their phones. They want their message in front of where people are looking. 98% of text messages are read globally in Japan, China, Germany, the UK, Australia, South America, Mexico, Canada, Iceland, Russia. The list goes on and on and on. That's a global statistic that 98% of the global population opens and reads a text message. Emails don't even have a 10% open rate. Think of that difference, right? So that alone ought to wake up the marketplace, and it is. But it's also waking up the advertising world. The other thing is 98% of those text messages globally, that's a global statistic, that are read. 90% of them are read in the first 3 minutes. You want to get your message in front of the marketplace? You better have a mobile messaging platform. Well, guess what? That's exactly what's going on here, guys. 8.3 trillion text messages are going to be sent this year alone. 8.3 trillion. That's a big number. 28 billion in a day, 16 million in a minute. That ought to wake you up. I don't need to talk about anything else. I will tell you this. By the end of this year, 75% of online content purchase or consumption will be mobile. People are going to use a mobile phone to buy the things they buy online. So this model is like owning your own Google platform. You ever gone to Google? In the search bar, you type in what you're looking for. All these links pop up. When you click on the link to take you where you want to go, guess what happens? Google made money. It's called pay per click. You pay every time someone's clicking. Well, who do you pay? You pay Google. Well, guys, think about it. Our model's the same way. You can build a network of people. It doesn't have to be a lot either, right? Relatively small. But your pay per click that you earn is going to be bigger than Google. They average about 2.8 cents right now per click. Ours averages more. You might want to pay attention here when we get going forward here, right? Mobile apps account for 89% of mobile media time. 9.1 billion paid apps this year alone. 9.1 billion paid apps. That's wild. Billions and billions of dollars just to be in the mobile ad world. Crazy. This is important, you guys. 5 out of 10 of the fastest growing industries in the world are related to mobile apps, products, and services. It's exactly what we do. One company spent $318 million in 1 month advertising one mobile game. And it's nothing for them to spend $50 to $100 million in any given month or multiple months advertising and continuing to advertise their product. This is one game, Clash of Clans, $318 million. That's a lot of money. So is there money in the mobile app world? You better believe there is. And guys, it's going to fall right into Divvy's hands, a good chunk of it, and therefore you have an opportunity to cash in. Stake your claim, so to speak. So we're called influencers. 60 Minutes did a special on the power of an influence, right? I forgot the number. It's like 90 or 89 or 90% of purchases that are made by a recommendation of a friend, right? That's just how it works. Why? Because there's a trust factor there. Well, we're influencers, and we're going to be paid for our influence, for our opinion. And you can build a network of people doing it. So does it change everything? Absolutely does. There's not a company out there. There's not a company close to what we're doing. There may be some that come later. Let them bring it on, right? But we're going to be so far down the road, guys, that it's not going to matter. And we have some proprietary stuff that people can't copy. Not only that, we have relationships with some of the top Fortune 100 companies in the world that we're doing business with, have contracts with, and relationships with. These other guys don't have that, right? We're a big, big deal. We're a force to be reckoned with, guys. So it creates an opportunity for you to make money right from your pointing and clicking task that you do. We call it ranking and sharing. Let's think about this, guys. When Facebook went public, they were worth more than Kraft Foods, Disney, and McDonald's. $100 billion valuation, and they don't make anything. They don't sell anything. They don't make anything other than they do collect money from advertisers that want to get their message in front of you. Facebook thanks us all very, very much that they were valued at $100 billion, and they're going to gross about around $30 billion in revenue this year alone, just from advertising revenue. Craziness. $30 billion. And Facebook, I got a message for you tonight from Mark Zuckerberg. He wants to thank you all very much for that wealth that we created for him. Oh, don't get me wrong. He created an enormous, incredible, far-reaching, global connective software platform that we love. We're there. Advertisers know it. Mark Zuckerberg thanks you very much for that. That's just how it works, guys. Well, 62% of the revenue Facebook makes is made the same way you're going to see right here with a company called Divvee.Social. Who put it together? Two very, very smart guys that have just experienced life. They failed and they've won. They built businesses. They've been in businesses. They've owned businesses, and they've worked for people who own businesses. They've been in network marketing. They've had a lot of life's experiences, but these guys have primed the pump, put together a model that you and I can enjoy today called Divvee.Social. It's called Rank and Share. What does that mean? You're going to go into a platform from Android. Apple's coming soon. It's Android only right now. And I'll give you a statistic here that 82% of the mobile app world out there uses Android. That's how big Android is globally. Think outside the United States, guys. Maybe more people use Apple in the U.S. than Android. I don't know if that's true, but there's a big, big, big marketplace. The USA's population only accounts for 5% of the global population. So think big and think outside the borders, right? Think like that. So you're going to go download the app. What's really cool is that when you get in the back office of that app, you're going to be able to do some functions. There's going to be different functions. All this is going to change. There's some common things right here now. But things are going to change. More products, more services are going to be added. So you're going to click on a task, and when you do, something's going to happen. A video might start to play. You may watch a video. When the video's done, you just made money. You may download an app. You may run the app and then delete it. You may not even have to download it on your device. You get paid. There may be a survey, maybe a movie trailer. Many, 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 many different tasks that you can choose from in our back office. Every time you do, it's called a rank and a share. You just got paid, right? These are some examples of, let's say, an app, right? You click on the app, you download the thing, or you run it. Maybe you don't have to download it. And then if you like it, you can install it. If you don't, delete it. You don't have to go further. But you're going to get points, you're going to get coins, and you're going to get commissions. I'm not going to go into that, but I will mention it to you. So there's a process that happens. What's really, really interesting about these apps and these products and services, every time you point, every time you click and complete what's called a rank and share, and they're very quick, guess what happens? The company takes note of it, and it will tabulate and calculate the number of rank and share tasks that you did each day. But guess what? It will also calculate everybody in your group that did the same thing. You may have 2 people in your group. You may have 200. You may have 2,000. Well, you're going to get credit for every one of them. Pretty awesome. So what that means is, it's like money falling out of the sky. Well, not quite, because Reverend Struthers is right. You've got to take action, and you have to work. This is work. This is not some, passive thing like a stock. You buy low, and 10 years later sell high, do nothing in between. No. This is a work-from-home business, right? Like my buddy Earl Shaw said, don't treat this like $1 million business. Treat this like you just spent $1 million on your business. You'll wake up every morning. You'll be driven to make sure that your business is open, the lights on, and you're clicking, and you're sharing, and you're working with your group, right? So treat it like you spent $1 million on your business, and things will change for you. Your mindset will be in a different state. So as an influencer, you get points. Every time you do a rank in a share task, you get points. The points are redeemable for different products like electronics, golfing equipment, outdoor equipment, things like gift cards to Walmart and Sam's, Costco, Olive Garden, restaurants, Applebee's, Outback Steakhouse. Guys, that could go on and on and on about the things and the items that you can purchase or redeem with the points. Every time you click as an individual influencer, you earn points that are redeemable for things that you're already buying. Now, this is you personally. As you build your group, you get paid in money, and that's exciting, right? You can also purchase travel. Our company just purchased a portal where we have the lowest pricing on travel out there in the marketplace. It's wholesale travel, and there's entire companies that build their business, charge $150, $125, $200 a month, so you can use their portal, right, to book wholesale travel, so to speak. We charge $0. Folks, listen to what I'm telling you right now. These companies are in trouble. We're giving away for free what they charge for, and they can't touch our pay structure. Because money here is not generated from people who spend $50 to become an influencer in our company. The money comes from ad networks that's paying you and me for our opinion. They want to know what we think. Your opinion matters, and you're going to get paid for your opinion. That's where the money comes from. So you don't have to go out and be shaky and jittery about telling your friends you want them to join your business. And, oh, by the way, under your breath, it costs $500, $700, $300, $250, whatever it might be. No, $50 once a year, no auto-ship. That message is selling in the marketplace, and it's going to continue. Not only to sell, but it's going to get even better because our company gets better. Crazy what you can redeem the points for. Now I'm going to shift gears with you. You want to share the business with somebody. Let's say my good friend Reverend Struthers shares the business with Dan, me. Every time I point and click and do a task, Reverend Struthers just gets paid in money, commissions, anywhere from 10 cents to 25 cents for every rank and share that I do. Let me show you how this works. Let's say that Reverend Struthers enrolls me and I enroll 4 people or 1 or whatever. Anyways, there's a total of 5. This is an example, you guys. 5 influencers now we're in Reverend Struthers businesses. They do 10 rank and share tasks in a day. These 5 do this, just 5, not 50, not 5,000, right? You need, in most companies, right, you need a big group of people to make a little bit of money. Here, it's just the opposite. Now, big numbers will make you big money. I'll tell you that in a minute. So 5 influencers doing 10 rank and shares a day, and you can do more than that. At just 10 cents a share or a rank and share task, $150 you'd make if they did that for 30 days. Think about it, with 5 people. And you know why they're going to continue to do that for 30 days every day? Because they get paid. They make money for doing it. It's really simple. Give you another example. What if that number grows to 10 people, 10 influencers doing 10 tasks a day, but let's just change the math just to give you an example. And you've averaged 25 cents per task from just 10 people. These are low numbers, right? They did it for 30 days. Now you're $750 a month. You know what's really cool? Is if these same 10 tasks were done by these 10 influencers and it paid 25 cents a piece, and nobody grew, nobody was added to your business the following month, but this stayed the same, this stayed constant, you'd make the same $750. You got to be kidding me. Nobody was recruited. Nobody spent money. Nope. Advertisers did because they want your opinion, but your group didn't grow exponentially or even grow numerically at all, but you still made the same amount of money if this number of tasks were done each month. Now that is exciting. That is different. That's some of the uniqueness that is gaining massive momentum out in the marketplace, like we talked about earlier. Well, let me give you this one. What if 10 rank and share tasks were done each day by just 10 influencers, right? For 30 days, that's $3,000 in a month. At 10 cents a piece, that's $300 you'd make. Pretty cool. Well, what if 10 tasks were done by 100 influencers in a day? Right, for 30 days. That's 30,000 tasks that would be done by a group of people. That's just 10 in a day per influencer, not 20 or 60 or 80, just 10. 3,000 a month, 36,000 a year. You might be able to stay home now, whoever you are. You know, what would you have to do in your current situation to earn another $3,000 a month? I promise you're going to keep pointing and clicking when you get to that point, and you're going to point and click to get yourself there. Really amazing. Show me some money, Dan. Okay, we'll step it up a little bit. These are examples, commission examples. What if just 10 tasks were done each day by 1,000 people in your group? So 1,000 people, that's a lot. No, it is when it's hard. It's not when it's working. It's just not. that would be 10,000 tasks in a day for 30 days at just 10 cents, the minimum, right? That's $30,000 in a month, $360,000 a year. Your life's changed. Your life may have been changed at $1,000 extra a month. Probably is, right? So think about this. It's really, really remarkable income, guys. Doesn't take a lot of people for that to happen. That's why we have what's called exponential growth, number one. Number two, we use a 3 by 10 pay structure. So we pay out the right amount of money to the right people. I won't go into the detail here. But, guys, if this thing filled up, it compresses left to right, up and tight, left and right, and so on. This is a little under 90,000 people. Let's just say that 90,000 people joined your group. Let's say in the next days, next few weeks, few months. It won't happen that fast. Let's say it happened whenever it happened, right? 90,000 people in your group. If they were doing 10 tasks a day, rank and share tasks in a day, pointing and clicking, 10 of them a day for 30 days at just 10 cents a task, 90,000 people doing that, do the math, $2.7 million you would make in 1 month. Well, oh, that's too much money. Well, I don't, okay, it might be for you. It's certain. I'm shooting for it, right? Give you something to give you a target to aim for. How do we get paid right now? It's once a month. Pretty soon it's going to once a week. We have an e-wallet. It's a banking system. You can do whatever you want with the money. One thing you can do is move it onto a MasterCard, right? We send out these MasterCards to people all over the world. They activate it. You load money onto it, and you can spend the money wherever MasterCard's accepted. Pretty awesome. So very robust, very cool back office portal. So, guys, you can get involved in this company for $50. You can join today. Here's what you need to do. You need to get back with the person who referred you to this call. Just call them back and tell them 2 words. I'm in. I'm ready. Let's go. And they will show you how you can get enrolled today and get started. Folks, the world is coming, and we are going to be a massive force. We are already a massive force to be contended with out in the marketplace. Question is, do you want to be part of it? So listen, guys, we're going to give it this about 60 seconds. I'm going to end the recording.